All right, gang, I am off to go see the opening night, early evening screening of the new outdoor survival horror thriller, The Shallows, otherwise known as Adeline versus Jaws. Sarcasm aside, I'm kind of interested in seeing this. It's from director Collet-Serra. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name. I apologize if it's wrong. And he's directed some pretty interesting Liam Neeson thrillers that I actually kind of liked. Unknown and Nonstop and Run All Night. So I'm very interested to see what he's going to do with this very minimalist thriller. So I'll see you all on the flip side, everybody. Oh yeah, if you got that uber sweet and sly Age of Adeline movie reference, which also stars Blake Lively from The Shallows, you and we can officially be movie geek friends. I know it's what you want. Admit it. Alright, gang, so I just got out of The Shallows. Adeline versus Jaws. Anyway, it's basically about this young woman who's played really rather well and thanklessly by Blake Lively, who basically journeys to this beach, this very secret and hidden beach that her now deceased mother went to while she was pregnant with her. And of course, her mother developed cancer, and then she passed away. And then so the daughter decides, I really want to make it my mission in life to drop out of medical school, abandon my home and family, and journey to this beach so I can catch some cool surf. Unfortunately, when she arrives, there is a rather large, ravenous, man-eating shark that wants to basically have its way with her and every other surfer that's out there. And then she basically gets stranded on this little island formation that is hundreds of yards away from the beach, and she becomes injured because the shark bites her, and she uses her conveniently plotted medical knowledge to secure her wound and to plot her next move for her daring escape. You know, when I saw the trailer for this film, I was really kind of inspired. I think it really looked like it was going to do something really kind of absorbing and special with its real sparse and limited and economical premise. Ultimately, The Shallows kind of really emerges as a big pile of meh. You know what? It's not a film that is so much awful as it is sort of disappointing. It's the ultimate PWP film. And what I mean by PWP film is that it is a film that contains a premise without a payoff. So it's an acronym. I really like the setup of the film. I think it was really going to build to some deep, psychologically horrifying circumstances for its young protagonist. Now, on a positive, I will say this. The director, Collet-Serra, damn it, I hate it when I can't pronounce names properly, but I know I'm butchering that name. The cinematography is lush and beautiful and sumptuous and really immersive, and it really takes you to this location, especially the underwater cinematography in particular. And I don't know if anyone's ever coined the phrase surf porn, but this film offers up some pretty damn good surf porn. It's really quite breathtaking and exhilarating. But what's really strange, though, is that the surfing cinematography and the sequences are actually more engaging and exciting than the man versus nature, man versus shark element of this film. Lively in particular, I think, is a very good actress who, when given the right material, can really blossom in parts. She was in a rather forgettable movie from last year called The Age of Adeline, where she basically played a woman that could never die. She was basically immortal, but she was trapped in the body of her mid-20-year-old self. So she really had to convey a centuries-old maturity that I thought was that kind of resonated with me, and I thought she was really the strong element of that otherwise disposable film. And she really does an incredibly good job of portraying her anxiety and her fear and the intense horror that this character must have gone through. But I gotta say though, like, as far as psychological thrillers and psychological horror films and outdoor survival horror films, this film is really bereft of scares and tension. I wasn't really frightened at all in this film, and even when there was a lot of telegraphed jump scares, you could kind of see them from a mile away, and that really undid the film completely for me. I think it was just a real squandered opportunity. Another thing has to be said too about the way the film sort of shoehorns in this subplot involving like her sister and her father, how he's kind of resentful of the fact that she quit medical school, and that really has no business being in this movie at all, and then it's kind of bookended in. Another really annoying thing that this film does is it sort of doesn't respect the intelligence of filmgoers. And what I mean by that is it has the character who is completely stranded and abandoned and all alone, and she provides like a commentary on everything that she's doing while trying to stay alive. So at one point she's like, I am going to now take aspects of my necklace and I'm going to sew my leg and suture my leg, and now I'm going to rip this apart and I'm going to wrap up my leg with a tension, and this will serve as a tension bandage. And she's like, why is she talking? Like no human being in this same predicament would actually engage in any dialogue exchanges with themselves. It just doesn't make any sense. It's movie dialogue. It's not plausible Earthbound related dialogue. And if you look at other classic examples of like man versus nature films, especially recent ones like Open Water, that film was really quite wonderfully handled for being just sort of, it was almost kind of like a silent film, like, and it sort of built a level of quiet tension as a result. And this film just simply doesn't have that. It doesn't have that at all. And then, oh my God, her altercation with Jaws. I think for the remainder of this review, I'm just going to refer to the shark as Jaws, if that's okay.
Get away from me!
I know it's kind of a ubiquitous term to refer to sharks, but let's just call the shark Jaws.
Jaws!
I don't profess to be an expert in marine biology at all, but I would have loved to have seen this film with a marine biologist, because the climactic showdown, which boils down between her and Jaws, I found almost kind of laughable in its finality than I did find it truly stirring and awe-inspiring and scary. It just was none of those things. So unfortunately, The Shallows is just a real missed opportunity. I left that theater, I wasn't shaken nor stirred nor moved, and as far as psychological horror films go, it just it kind of went out with a whimper, and I frankly was not expecting that from this film. So anyway, thanks for watching my review. Don't forget to like it, and also please subscribe to my channel if you could. I'd be your best buddy if you can do that. And let me know in the comments what you thought of The Shallows. Let me know if you thought I was dead on accurate or if I was ass backward wrong. Let me know what you think about other outdoor survival horror thrillers. Let me know what you think about other man versus nature thrillers. And thanks again, and I'll see you all at the movies, everybody.